Futch with Shoreline Marine Products. I've been a certified marine mechanic for over 25 years, and I'm here today as Captain Weekend. Today I'm going to share a variety of easy boating projects that you can do yourself with the common tools that you've probably got in your toolbox right now. I'll be by your side every step of the way, and together we'll install a variety of top quality Shoreline Marine products to get you back on the water faster. So let's get going. Grab your tools and I'll share my tips and tricks so you can easily install those new hot Shoreline accessory and replacement parts and be your own Captain Weekend. Hi, it's Loye, Captain Weekend with Shoreline Marine Products. Season's about over with. Got to put the boat up for the year. Going to show you a quick little thing we can do every 100 hours or once a year. Want to change the gear lube in your outboard or your stern drive. Nice little product that Shoreline Marine has is a little gear pump. We can screw it into the bottom of the gear case. Use a good quality gear lube, OEM, aftermarket. Really the only tool you need, flathead screwdriver. Make sure it's a fairly large one. The screw heads are pretty big on that. A small screwdriver is not going to work for you. Need a drain pan and a piece of cardboard, and you're ready to go. All right, we're getting ready to change our gear lube. Want to pop your bottom plug first. Get it nice and loose. Your top vent plugs, pop those. Some manufacturers have 2 vent plugs like this one does on the top. Most of them have just one. Now that you have them loosened, you can lower your motor down into your drain pan. And you won't have to fight with the plug coming out. As you back your plug out, always start with the bottom one first. If you take your top one out first, you'll have oil shooting out when you do pull the bottom one out. A lot of motors on the bottom of the plug, on the bottom plug, have a magnet. You want to check that to make sure you don't have a lot of metal shavings or anything on it, in case you have a lot of gear wear or anything on it. It'll start draining. Check your oil. Make sure there's no water in it. Water will turn your oil a nice milky color. It's really easy to see. Or if it's full of water, you're just going to get straight water out of your gear case. Once you get that out, then you can go ahead and pull your top plugs out, and the oil will drain out freely. Want to let it drain till everything's out of it. You might get a few drops out. It'll drain for days because of all the oil that's up in the gears and the bearings. You don't have to worry about that. As long as you get the bulk of the oil out, you'll be ready to refill it and go. While you're letting your gear lube drain, a couple things you might want to check. Pull your prop off. Check your prop shaft. Make sure you don't have any fishing line wrapped around it. A lot of times you'll have fishermen out there that'll cut their lines and they're just laying in the water. They get stuck in the trees or whatever. You'll pick it up. It'll get wrapped around your prop shaft and cause your prop shaft seals to go bad. If you catch it soon enough, you don't have to worry about replacing prop shaft seals. You can just pull the line off of it, put your prop back on. Make sure you grease the splines on your prop shaft. Put your prop back on, and you're ready to go. When you check your gear lube, if you don't have any water in it, you don't have to worry about the fishing line causing any damage to your seals. If there is water in it, you might want to call your dealer, get it taken care of, because if it's got water in it now, you change your gear lube, you go back to the water, the next time you check it, it's going to have water, and the more water, the longer it runs with water in your gear case, the more damage it's going to cause on the inside. Shoreline Marine's gear pump fits a quart bottle, has an extension tube, just easily slides in. Also comes with an adapter so that it'll cover the full range of outboard and stern drive motors, depending on your style, whether you use a standard threads or a metric thread in your gear case. Now that our oil stopped draining, we can tilt our motor up. Make sure you keep the pan underneath it, keep any drips from hitting the ground. As you'll notice, I put some cardboard in here just in case it got away from me. Something hits a pan, splashes oil out, it'll be contained on the cardboard. We can dispose of the cardboard properly, not have to worry about getting it in the dirt, on our concrete, or anything else. If you tilt this up, you have access to your lower plug. You always want to fill a gear case from the bottom to the top. If you fill it from the top, you'll trap air in here, causing your bearings to run dry, blow your gear case up. You definitely want to start from the bottom, fill it up till it runs out the top, then cap it off. Insert the fill. Then all you have to do is trim it back down, making sure your pan stays underneath it. You want to make sure your gear case is level. Otherwise, if you fill it up with it tilted up some, you'll trap air in the back side of it, causing your bearings to run dry there too also. But you just start filling, start pumping. You can see the oil coming through our clear lines. You want to pump it relatively slow. If you pump it fast, you'll get air bubbles in it that you won't be able to get out. We'll be looking for oil to come out of the top. As it starts to come out of the top, we know we're about full. One thing you want to remember when you're changing your gear lube, check your gaskets that come on your drain plugs. A lot of times they'll be stuck inside the holes. As long as you look at them, they're still intact and not all torn up. Don't have to worry about replacing them. Otherwise, if you see them torn up or they come out on your plug and they're ripped up, they come in paper and nylon. So you got to kind of keep an eye on them, make sure they stay in good, make sure they reseal when you put your plugs back in. Our oil's starting to come out. We're full. Take one of our plugs. We'll screw her back in there. Make sure it's good and tight. Now, as we said to begin with, on this gear case, it's got 2 vents at the top. Oil started coming out of the lower vent. We've got it plugged off. We want to give it a couple more squirts till we start getting oil out of the second vent plug. Put our plug back in there, good and tight. Wipe our oil down because we're fixing to raise the motor. Make sure it goes into the pan. Okay. Raise the motor up to where you can access your bottom plug. We've got the top vents in. It's created a vacuum inside of here which won't allow our oil to dump out. We'll get a little bit of oil out of it, but not enough to matter any. Go ahead and unscrew our pump. Keep the plug in, and then slide your plug in place. Screw it in. See, we've only lost a couple of drops, no big deal. Wipe everything down. All of our oil is contained in our bucket. Take that down, dispose of it properly. You're ready to go.